Hi, everybody. It's Michael Newman from ILXCTF.com. Time for another fun-filled episode of Sunday Night with ILXCTF. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. A lot of you were off this week. Some of you ran earlier in the week. But we're getting ready for the big show. Conference meets coming up this week. Then we go into the state series with regionals and sectionals. Then state meet, and then we can go into the postseason with Foot Locker and NXN, NXR, all of that. So postseason doesn't start with your conference meets. That means your season is over. And there's nobody that's officially over until the 23rd. They're running a regional on the 23rd in Class 1A. And what can we say about that? They're running it on the 23rd instead of Friday. So we'll have one meet on the 23rd and then 38 more. 15, I don't know, a lot of them, 44 more. I don't know, a lot. So there's a number of things we can talk about. We can talk about the marathon real quickly. 209. I remember one time we were doing marathons and races during the summer, just working those meets, the road races, and one of the people that was in charge of it was Derek Clayton. He's a New Zealander who held the world record on the men's side in 2:10. And he's like, yeah, but he's gonna break my bloody record. Jeez, now we're at 2 minutes. I mean, he had a good ego, but he was very determined to achieve things. He achieved a lot of things in his life. So now we're at 2 minutes 55. Now we're at a lady from Kenya who ran under, it was 209.57, 209.58. They were asking her a lot of questions afterwards because there's been a lot of things that have gone on with the Kenyan Federation with blood doping, illegal use of drugs and all that stuff. I don't have the answer. I'm not read into everything in running, and I kind of stay away from things like that until somebody that has the facts or that the facts are proven will come out and say it. So the press conference, I watched some of the press conference afterwards, and I watched most of the Bears games, so I'm going to go back and watch. I want to see how they covered her world record. I mean, just looking at some of those splits is just amazing. So we have a woman under 210, and that's a cool thing. I don't know if it's because of the shoes or other things, but we have a woman under 210 for the marathon, and that's a pretty cool thing. Men's race was 202. 7-minute difference between men's and women's. The Bears went to halftime. I went over to watch look at the marathon, and they're interviewing the ladies' winner. And I'm like, what's going on here? I looked at my watch. I had my stopwatch going for the start of that, even though I went to the Bears game because what encourages me. So to see those things, and this is the fastest marathon course in the world. You have to say that. You have the men's world best is on that course. The women's world best is still to be ratified, but is on that course. What can you say? Carrie Pinkowski has a lot of, you know what? You want to run. It's going to be interesting next year because the World Championships are going to be in Japan, and they're going to be, mid-September or something like that. So what can you say about that? So are you going to have people that are going to go, we're not going to run the world championships. We want to go for a cash bonus in Chicago and maybe run a sub two. That's the next one. I want to see a sub two, not a guided paced sub two. Somebody going out and just running sub two like Kiptum. Kiptum was two flat, 55 seconds, something like that. Would have been interesting to see if he was still with us, what he would have run. Okay. Boy, I spent 5 minutes on that. Wow. We're going to talk about Naperville Twilight, and we'll talk about a few of the races, but there weren't a lot of the big meets going on. There's two that we'll talk about, but let's talk about Naperville Twilight. And keeping with the theme of girls runners, I don't know if it's the coaching or it's so great to see so many girls runners in high school and like Dalby of Florida in college that are running so great and they're running so fast and they're lowering these PRs where you're just going, I can't believe she ran that. But we should believe that. We should believe women can do anything that men can do. They're just catching up right now, and that's a cool thing. I'm a girl dad, and one thing that I not preached to my daughter, but told her is, you can do anything that you want to achieve. And she's law school right now and achieving a lot of stuff. And that's what we're seeing in the running. Look at this over the weekend. So we have Sunny Weber running 16:27. She's run 16:32 this year. She ran 16:50 at Detweiler. We're gonna see two runners. I don't know who it's gonna be, and if the course isn't a slot pit at Detweiler on November 9, we may see two runners under 16 minutes. It is a distinct possibility, folks. So Weber runs 16:27. Ledesma, Maya Ledesma runs. Something's going on here. She runs 16:47. So two runners under 17 minutes. Weber ran the fourth fastest time at Naperville North. Ledesma was number 12, I think. It was fun to watch. The girls' race was fun to watch. Downers Grove North in that race stayed back for the first mile, built into it, and they really built into it in the final mile and a half. And they won it easily. Batavia ran a great race. Manuka looked good. I mean, there were so many great teams in the girls' race. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Prospect, we saw Prospect coming off of a great race at Terre Haute. We saw Barrington today's Sunday, Friday. Barrington comes out and runs one of their better races of the year, but it's a flight meet at Loyola, so I don't know if they ran the first 5 and then the next 5. I think that's what happened. But Barrington is running better. York didn't run this week. Prospect didn't run their top runners. And then we had Twilight. Naperville North ran a great race, finishing third. We talked about that in the preview. I'm like, they're running together. They're running on their home course. It's the first time they're running together. And they look good. They'll be ready for the state series. On the boys' side at Naperville, Kevin Dorsey shoots pictures for Die-Stat and for me, and he got the picture. You see I saw all the pictures when I got back of runners crossing the line. And Kupiel crosses the line. The flex photo, that was classic. And he said, I envisioned that during my day at school. I was thinking, I'm going to do this at the finish. and 5 runners coming onto the track at Naperville North with 400 to go, going, not knowing what's going to happen. And Kupiel and Grant Shorter take off 14:24 and 14:25. New course records. Serwinski 14:27 high, just missed the course record. So those were fast time. The course is fast. I mean, consider this. We haven't had any rain. We've had a little bit of rain. But right now, it doesn't really matter because we're in fall. And we do need some moisture. But can it wait till like November 10th, please? Can you imagine Detweiler? They'll be complaining, oh, it's gonna dry off. There's too much dust on the course right now. We gotta moisten it a little bit. Well, take a hose, moisten it. Okay, this weekend you've got moisten it for the next 2 weeks. Okay, and the dirty spots around the corner, the S turn coming up towards the finish line, by the mile where it's like a smoke machine. There, but get a hose, water it, and watch, we'll get like 5 inches of rain coming up. But that course is in fast shape, ripe for some real fast times. The 3A race is going to be under 14:10. What we saw Maloney and Crane run at Naperville, at Terre Haute. And I think I said it before, but I'll say it again with Downers Grove North and Plainfield North. They've distinguished themselves. They're the top 2 teams in the state, regardless of class. 35, what was it? 45 to 55, I'm sorry. And then Batavia was third, almost 100 points behind. So I don't know where Batavia is going to end up being ranked going into this conference week. But this is the reshuffling of the deck when we're talking about teams and everything else. We'll reshuffle it one more time, and then everything will change well, maybe not dramatically, but things will change after the conference weekend. Final rankings, and then put all your chips on the table. Let's go. The two girls' races that I wanted to talk about. Lakes, Sunset. St. Ignatius has been close to Chatham-Glenwood. They haven't raced them yet. Well, they did. And it was 51-58. But there are only 5 runners in there. I think it would have been St. Ignatius may have had a little bit more. I think their 6th runner in the silver race, gold, silver, bronze, at Lakes, was right with their 5th runner. So they have a little more depth there. And then Annika Swan, she's 16:23. Amazing. So 51-58. Chatham-Glenwood getting ready. Chatham-Glenwood, they're down. They're at Olney. And then Normal University. Normal University, what's going on? Yeah, Zoe Carter ran 16:58 for 2.94. At Metamora, Thomas Jochum ran 14:35 for 2.94. Both won the races. Jochum was 12 seconds ahead of Matthias and Gaudio. And Zoe Carter was ahead of Crump was at Lakes, I think. Yeah, she was at Lakes. At Loyola Flight Night, I was thinking of going, but I ended up going to Lewis University, the crossover meet, see some top D2 teams. Had a good time. Too many hills. Well, not too many hills there, but going. The start of the race, you go up, and I like that. Why didn't they run that course when they're running high school races there? Why didn't they use that hill? Are they afraid the kids are going to collapse in the first 100 meters? We ran hilly courses back when I was running. RB, starting, geez, starting going up the little hill and then going down another hill, going up another steep hill, and then you have to repeat it a couple of times. Um, but I love the courses there. And then running, my first race ever was at Palatine, where we finished the race going up a ski hill. Pretty cool. Any case, so back to Loyola. Mia Sirwa, we can't, Mia Sirwa, no, Mia Sirwa of Barrington. Again, under 17 minutes. I think the second time she ran 16:33 at Palatine, breaking the course record, and then running 16:36 at Loyola. I believe that's a course record too. So Sirwa, only the sophomore, was almost a minute, 54 seconds ahead of Scout Storms, the defending state champion, by the way. So Sirwa, you got to stamp her as a favorite, but anything can happen at state meet time. And we saw that last year in the girls' 3A finals. So Barrington looked good. They only scored 18 points, but who else was there? You know, I'm just telling the truth here. Any case, I want to keep this at 20 minutes because we're going to talk a lot next week. I'm going to be at Amboy tomorrow, Monday morning. So you should see some great races, both in the girls and the boys. Girls is wide open, number 9 Winnebago, and then Sherrard at number 20, Elmwood at number 19, I think, or not Elmwood. On the boys' side, number 2 Aurora Central Catholic has the pack. Elmwood has a great pack through 4 runners, but their 5th runner is a little far back. So we'll see what happens there. Course should be in great shape. 2.95 miles there. The second mile is always a blitzkrieg where you can take off. One year, Grant Nakasa got close to the course record, and he ran a 4:31 middle mile, and they're like, Newman, you're crazy. How could he run 4:31 in the middle mile? He's in great shape, but he's not in that great shape. Yeah, but if you've ever gone to Shady Oaks, where they run the meet, you'll see that hill after the first quarter goes up. And it slows you down. It slows the pace down. You're going through some hills throughout, then you go through the hill on the last part of the course. So it slows it down a little bit. That middle mile, pancake, absolute pancake. So that'll be an interesting race. I always like driving out there on a Monday morning, Columbus Day, go to practice in the afternoon, and then I'll write about the meet, get the videos up by Monday night. So any case, with that in mind, conferences coming up. Southwest Conference on Tuesday. We're going to see O'Fallon and Edwardsville. That should be a great race on the boys' side. Girls' side, I think Edwardsville is the favorite there. What else? Southwest Prairie. Do we see new course records with Maya Ledesma and Dylan Maloney? Good possibility. And then how close is Plainfield South to Plainfield North? That should be a great race. And then Minooka, Plainfield North, and maybe Yorkville also on the girls' side of the race. West Suburban Silver, girls, Downers North, and York. Number 1 and number 4 right now, or no, number 2 and number 4 right now. That should be a great race. Boys' side, Downers Grove North. And then who gets second? Is it York? Is it going to be Lyons Township? Is it going to be maybe Glenbard West? Maybe Hinsdale Central? Hinsdale Central is running better right now. What else? MSL. So Barrington, Prospect, they'll race against each other at sectionals at Bussey, and then at state. So they'll run against each other 3 out of the next 4 weeks. 4 out of the next 5 weeks if you consider NXR. That should be a good race, and we'll see what Sirwa runs on that course. And then on the boys' side, it could be Palatine. It could be Fremd. It could be Barrington. It could be Hersey. Yeah, Hersey on the girls' side, too. Watch out for them. Barrington has the edge. We'll see where their fourth and fifth runners are, and we'll see if Hersey can keep their split under 50 seconds, keeping their spread under 50 seconds, something like that. What else? Duquesne will be interesting. Batavia boys look good going up against Wheaton Warrenville South. And those two teams will face off in the girls' side, too. So interesting races there. Don't forget Wheaton North on the boys' side and Wheaton North on the girls' side, too. So those three programs developed nicely in the Duquesne. DVC, Neuqua Valley, Grayson Meek. I mean, he got 15th. He was a freshman from Neuqua Valley, number one runner on their team right now. And I knew he was, he ran under 10 minutes at in the Gary Goff Frost soft meet for a 2-mile course. So for a freshman to run 9 sub 10, pretty good. On the girls' side, Naperville North. We'll see how Neuqua Valley runs. We'll see how Waubonsie Valley runs on the girls' side. On the boys' side, I don't know. Individual race, Naperville North ran a better race. They have their Annapur Banpani or something like that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. But he's back healthy, and that tightened their gap, their split a little bit. So, and there's so many other conference meets. I was going to stop at 20 minutes. I'm at 21, 22 minutes. It should be a great weekend. It really should. And I'm excited. I'm always excited around conference time because I'm like, I get to stay up all night and redo these rankings. But I love doing that. You know, get the Ouija board up. Just kidding. Don't like guessing. You guys know that. So let's have some fun. Let's enjoy competing. If you're a senior and you think this is your last meet, regardless of what you do, you've had 4 great years of running, and maybe you didn't make the top 7, but this is your final conference meet. I remember my daughter was in JV, and she ran a great race, just missed making the top 7. But she improved so much, and I hope a lot of you have found that niche, have found that road, have opened that door, and have improved so much in your high school career. And then run college, run D2, run D3. Any of those programs will accept you. I can tell you that. So, all I can say is this week, realize your dreams. If you want to run a PR in your last race, go out. God, I can't talk. Go Bears. Go out and run a PR. Go out and have fun. And enjoy that last race that you may run for your cross-country team. Or if you're tuning up, getting ready for the big show, get ready for the big show, man. It's going to be fun. So, with that being said, everybody have a great week. I may see some of you at Amboy on Monday, tomorrow. But otherwise, have a great week. Enjoy these moments, and we'll see you next Sunday night. We'll dig a little deep into what happened in the conferences, and then what I think some of the top regionals will be. Maybe. We may run out of time talking just about conference meets. So enjoy yourself. Realize your dreams. Have a great week. And we'll see you next Sunday on the next edition of Sunday Night with ILXCTF. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.